see, this is my LinkedIn profile. There are 12 steps to build a great LinkedIn profile. Let me show you. So the first one, actually, before you start building your LinkedIn profile, if you haven't got one yet, you want to know why. LinkedIn is the largest professional network in the world, the largest online professional network to be precise. It has over 500 million users worldwide, mainly in English-speaking countries. But I know there is a special version in Chinese for the Chinese community, and there is another version in India, and I assume there should be other language versions. So if you don't have a LinkedIn profile, your opportunity cost can be high. 90 or 95% or even more recruiters, HRs, and hiring managers are looking for candidates on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is probably the first place people will go to before they outsource to headhunters. At least when I was a headhunter, I did this. When I was on the other side of the fence, joining one of my client companies, the first thing I'll go to is also LinkedIn before I spend money on external recruiters. LinkedIn, before we start, you should think about 7 questions. The first one is, what do you want to be known for? If you are an expert in your niche, you should really think about, okay, I want to be known as the Actually, I want to check this video. I'm not quite sure you can see my screen. Let me go back to LinkedIn again. Yes, let me stay here. So what do you want to be known for? Do you want to be known as the expert in your niche? I want to be known as a go-to career coach, job-seeking coach, and also recruitment trainer globally. So second question is, who do you want to work for? Which companies you would like to work for? Who do you want to see your profile? And where are they located? Are you looking for companies located in the UK or US or even specific to cities? The fourth question is, what are the job titles, roles, responsibilities you want to have? The fifth question, what are the core competences, experience, skills, professional certificates your potential employers are looking for? And you also need to think about what your past achievements will be attractive to them. Last but not least, what's your value proposition? Why should they hire you? What can you offer? What value you bring in? Why it's important to ask these questions? Because we want to think about our LinkedIn profile is like our online advertising. That's why you should understand who you are talking to, what your target audience care about. And your message to them must be very clear, easy to read, and relevant, and very compelling enough to attract their attention. So let's look at the LinkedIn profile. This is my LinkedIn profile. I summarized 12 steps to build a winning LinkedIn profile. The first one, you have to choose a professional portrait. So some people just take random picture. No, because LinkedIn is not Facebook, it's not Instagram. You have to choose a professionally done portrait. So I use this black and white businesswoman look portrait. So ideally, unless you are in some creative business or your industry, the dress code is casual, like athletes, sports stars, yoga teachers. Otherwise, I think most people have to dress smart, i.e. you have to wear a suit. And then you have to have a very attractive background cover. This is called LinkedIn background banner. It's actually like a free advertising space, but it's hugely underutilized. Most people don't know how to use it. Typically, you will see something like this. Let me just randomly find someone. Okay. So it's blank. They didn't use this. What a pity. So what do we need to write in this field? The banner is a great place to display your personal brand, so make good use of it, like mine. I intentionally put a picture that I was on the stage talking to a group of people. It shows I'm a speaker, I'm also a coach, and a trainer. It shows my authoritative position. And also added my main business, it's job search, career change coaching, and recruitment training. And my slogan is the best practices in talent solutions. I also left email so people can contact me easily. And then let's look at the next section. Under your name, we have here, it's called headline. So the headline is like your slogan. The first thing will catch the eyes of anyone that wants to do business with you, want to hire you. So make sure that you have the right words. But usually the formula is if you are in a company, it's your job title, company name, and your main responsibilities or your key responsibility. But for me, I think it's more important to tell people what exactly you do for them. So I have it here. I'm not just a career coach or career strategist. I'm a headhunter turned. It's different from other coaches. Maybe just they don't have practical experience in headhunting, or maybe they have never sat on the other side of the fence as a hiring manager or the recruiter as an in-house recruiter. So my slogan, my headline is headhunter turned talent strategist. I help professionals land dream jobs and also help business to hire talent at half cost. So make good use of these almost three lines to highlight your job title, your key value, and maybe your company name. Since I work for my own company, so it's not a big deal. And also my personal brand is bigger than the company name. And contact field, you have to leave all your contacts. Like here, I have my Facebook page, my Twitter, and my Instagram. And I could also add my YouTube, which I have lots of mini courses. And this is my email and Twitter account. And people can contact me on Skype and WeChat. So here, you only see add profile section when you are logging in as yourself. Otherwise, it's message. So if you clicked here, you can add background, your work experience, education, volunteer experience, skill, accomplishments, additional information in your profile. Make it very, very comprehensive. And in more, you can share your profile. For example, someone is interested or you have a potential client. You can just click share, or you can download, save it as a PDF. LinkedIn profile is not your CV, but to some extent, it could act as a more comprehensive bio, but not a CV and not a bio. The next section is summary. Summary is actually one of the most important section because after reading the three lines, your audience can decide, am I interested to continue or I just skip? So it's very important you give your most punchy lines in the first three lines. So for me, I highlighted who I am, what I do, my track record to prove that I am a top performer, I can deliver. And also highlighted some of my clients' name. They all represent the most prominent, prestigious investment firms in the world, which also reflected that my authoritative position in my industry and my track record speaks a lot for my capability. And then people may be interested to click show more. So here you have about 2,500 words, if I remember correctly. So I covered my past achievements and what I'm doing now. I'm mainly focused on the outcome, the transformation my clients will get. For example, if you work with me, you'll gain clarity, find hidden opportunities never advertised. You'll pass the ATS system to get your CV seen by higher authorities. You cut the queue, and you will get interviews, get job offers. You can negotiate confidently, get the job of your desire, and get the pay of your worth. And even coach you, set yourself up for success before you start your new job. When people are interested, they can book a free consultation call with me. So this is another place compared to here, contact. People can see your contact details straight away. And specialties, it's about your relevant experience and skills. So I listed career coaching, recruitment training, talent acquisition process system, LinkedIn strategy. And then your dashboard, it only shows to you when you log in as yourself. If you look at other people's profile, it won't be shown here. So I got 404 views on my profile, and in an hour ago, I published an article with 11 views and 140 search appearance, which means that someone is searching. Maybe they're searching headhunter, recruiter, and I will be in those 148 searches, which is not low. And this section is whether you're open for giving career advice. Are you interested in career, and do you want to have some salary insights? So next section is your article and career activities. So you can publish articles, and you can also share, like, comment other people's posts, and it will all show here. All right, experience is your work history. So here, the key thing is that you need to list all your employment history. If you have over 20 years and changed many jobs, I suggest you focus on the most relevant one. But make sure that your information is accurate. So the format is your name, your position, what do you do, and company name, and from when to when, and location. So here, because it's my own consulting business, I focused on more my offers. What do I do? What do I do with businesses, companies? What do I offer for job hunters and career changers? And this when I was an employee. So I explained my key responsibilities and major achievements. Same here. When I was a headhunter, that's what I did. The next section is education. So you have to list the date, your degree, and which university. And if you've done any activities, like I was the chairwoman for Women's Student Society, and some leadership activities I did, I also listed here. This is particularly important if you are just out of school as a student, don't have much experience. Your college activities meant a lot to your future employer, so make sure you make good use of it. And a volunteer experience, we work with people we like. We don't just work with someone can do the work. So it's important to show some other aspects of your life. Your passion. I'm passionate about helping the underprivileged, especially kids. So I volunteered for orphanage, working for migrant children, and went to India to volunteer in Mother Teresa House. So you just need to think it of carefully, not list everything, but think about anything relevant. Anything would be making your profile shine. So I have lots of activities, hobbies, I can't list anything. Make it relevant to your professional profile. And then the next section is skills and endorsement. So skills, Endorsement is just about a skill you listed. So mine, top ranked, is not actually private equity is top ranked, and executive search strategy. And I also have many other skills here. So my suggestion for you is only list the top ones that are most relevant, not everything. I'm sure everybody is very, very skillful. Make sure you have some focus. And after that, it's a section of recommendation. Oh, sorry. Yes, recommendations. Recommendations is not skills. Recommendations is more like someone give you a reference and a reference online. And I have given 11 references to other people. I received 26. So like this one was given to me by a former colleague. That's a long one. And then another former colleague from Tissue Inspire. And yeah, so depends on how many work experience you have. You could ask people in each employment history. Just click here. And then, sorry. Let me go back. Oops. Yes. Okay. Ask for recommendation, click, and then a window pop up. So who do you want to ask? So maybe let me ask a former client, Jason, CIO of Generation Capital. And select relationship. I worked with him. He was a client. Jason was a client of mine. Position, I was principal private equity at MI Group. And then you click next. Here, you can send them a tailor-made personal message. I wouldn't just say, can you recommend me? So I probably would start with catching up with him a little bit, depends on how often when was the last time you communicated with each other. And then I strongly suggest you give them some guideline, what you want them to recommend you for. For example, now I'm in my own career coaching, recruitment training business. So I would like Jason to focus on maybe so after I wrote, Jason, I'd like you to write me a recommendation. It will help me greatly for my new venture. I'd like maybe you could focus on your experience of working with me as your executive search firm to help you to find the two best people for your team. Because this will give other companies who want to hire me as a talent solution strategist or recruitment trainer more confidence when they see this online recommendation. So this is the guideline for recommendation. And then you have this section, accomplishments. You could put your certificates. So maybe you don't know. Although I work very hard, I'm also very into health fitness. So I got myself fully certified as a Start Pilates instructor and also Zenga trainer, Halo trainer. When people read this, what do you think they will think? They say, wow, this person is all-rounded. She's not only good at what she does, but she also have a wider interest and maybe a very interesting person to work with. We don't want just work with workaholics. So here, certification, you should also have some professional certificates. Like if you are CPA in accounting, or I think for marketing, you have Chartered Marketing Institute certificate, or quantity surveyor if you work in real estate. And honors and awards. I'm sure everybody probably have had many chances in your lifetime in your academic studies or work have received some awards. We can list all of them here. And languages, I speak I speak two, actually, simplified Chinese, which is Mandarin and English, but I can read traditional Chinese. And organizations, these are the organizations that you are a part of. Maybe it's your industry association, maybe it's some professional association that train you certain skills good for your career. Like I was a member of Professional Speakers Academy because I'm now receiving training for public speaking, which I think is an essential skill. And Marathon Corporation is the Pilates training teaching school I'm a member of. And the course, it refers to the relevant professional training you've taken. Interest is just some of the groups you follow, people you follow. And that's pretty everything about your LinkedIn profile. So let's have a look at other people's profile. Give me a minute. Let me find a good one for you to review so you can compare. I'm sure there are a lot of people much better in their LinkedIn profile than me. So this guy, John, he's actually a LinkedIn specialist. So his profile, I really liked the banner, very clear. He used cartoon and then slogan. He's a technical writer and relentlessly helpful, very punchy, powerful words. So when you look at other people's profile, what you see is here, connect, message. But when you look at your profile, it's add additional section into your profile. So he used video introduction and he also used emojis, very clear, easy to read, and really, really good example for everybody. And here is his articles and activities and his experience. See, okay, I'll quickly go through. And his recommendations. He had 30 recommendations from other people and given 22. Excellent. And accomplishments, he had many, many certificates, many organizations relevant to his field, like Professional Copywriters Network, Content Marketing Academy, and he also received awards. Okay, that's the end of our LinkedIn profile session. Let's recap the 12 steps. So the first step is choose a professional portrait and create an attractive background banner. Actually, you could go back to my profile. I just published an article about how to write a winning LinkedIn profile. So you just click this button and then it leads to you to these 12 steps. So the first one is professional profile, and the second, attractive background banner, and your compelling headline, and the summary. Then it's your work history, and showcase your value by highlighting your achievements, and list relevant skills, interests, and get endorsement and recommendations. And display your success stories, like the projects you worked on, you published some research articles. How do you add these? Let's go back to the profile. So add a section. So you can go to here, additional information, it's not additional, accomplishments. Here you can add, click, publication. Yeah. Then what else I thought about? Oh, okay, showcase your value. You go here and you demonstrate, you showcase your project or publication. And then you list relevant skills and interests. And get endorsement recommendations. Last but not least, you should write some articles, post relevant stuff on LinkedIn. So people, the more good stuff you share, the more you'll be searched. And when you share, like, comment, make sure you also refer to that person who wrote the article. Then they'll reply to you. And this is a very good way to build your network on LinkedIn. And the last one I haven't said yet because we're just busy with building the LinkedIn profile. The last one is to build your network. How do you build your online network? You should join relevant groups and connect with your industry influencers and proactively seeking to connect with colleagues and other people in the industry. LinkedIn will prompt you who you used to work with, which is very easy. And you should selectively connect with headhunters. Why do I say selectively? Because some of the headhunters, they just click. They are not sensibly invite you to join their network, and not every headhunter is qualified. So make sure before you accept the invitation, you probably message to them, talk to them first. Why it's not good you'd connect with lots of headhunters? Because who you're connected with, your boss, your colleagues, and anyone you connected with probably can see, because I used to see who my colleagues newly connected with who. So if your boss see, Angelina is busy with connecting headhunters, even if I'm just trying to make connections, it will send a signal. She's looking for a job and she's leaving. So be sensible when you connect with headhunters, especially when you are still in a job. And for LinkedIn, I think the minimum, a good number is to have over 500 connections. So I have 500 plus, I think about 4,000 something. So here, when you click here, you can see all your first level connections. You can click message and send a private message to them directly. Okay, this is the end of our LinkedIn crash course. If you have any questions, send me an email at highflyer, spells as HIGHFLYRR.com. If you find this video is useful, like, share, comment, forward it to a